Yo, what is up, my fiends? We have a really cool video for you today. It's a continuation of this htira deck with a little bit of some spiciness behind it. It's a dedicated going second deck. As you could see here, this one will be called the Arise Heartbreaker because we're just breaking hearts out here. I mean, change of heart, triple tactics, free Arise heart, you know what I'm saying? I summon him like this more than anything else, and they fold at the field. I could have grabbed, you know, another unicorn or fenrir or something like that, but I still had the vanities in my, in my hand. So it was pretty much over for my opponent there. So BRB, and we're back with another similar looking hand, and it's probably against Mikucko because I made them go first and they immediately passed it back to me. But the joke's on them. I have everything I need to win. the Theosis, you know, I don't know what I could have grabbed to set, but anyway, my game plan was just summoning vanities and then seeing what they could do, and just crossing my fingers that they don't get the equip that like bounces, right? Like it equips to me and then like they bounce it to hand when they search something else. Either way, I got Birth out here and Change of Heart. I thought this thing would have like some attack, right? Like I figured it's not a Mikucko card, right? Because they would just left an attack and then like I wouldn't be able to beat over it or whatever. But yeah, it was an Ash. I'm just 500 short. I'm like, not too bad because I get the unicorn, in which they fold. So oh shit. So BRB. So those first few games were from ranked, including this one. And like the first two were like Diamond 1, Diamond 2, and then I fucking demoted all the way down to Diamond 5. I'm back up to like 1 or 2 away from Diamond 3. But then the event came out, so that's going to be the rest of these gameplays. Are just going to be the rest of the event. Me using pretty much a similar deck. I'm just mixing up a little bit with this Lair of Darkness. Maybe I could have made this into a separate video, but this will be a teaser of, you know, after I feel comfortable playtesting enough, the cooler, spicy decks I could do in the Rise. Anyway, super poly so they don't OTK me. All that, it took them such a long time to pull that combo off, and I just, you know, I still got the pot of Prosby, you know what I mean? I super powered their own shit. Like they literally put everything they got into that. Like that was, man, I even fucking magical malleted for that. So let's see, is my opponent gonna save this with the draw? No, they never do. So on to the next. All right. Anyway, end of battle phase. Nice Purrrrely board, bro. Maxi, me, you're a little late on that Maxi. Let me get that Zeus out of there. Maybe Sleepy might have been better to hit from there. So here was my first misplay. I shouldn't have put this March of the Monarchs down. I should have just been patient, held it in my hand. This unicorn isn't, you know, special or whatever. There's nothing much more I could do. You know, there's no point in me normaling the ogre. Because you know they're just gonna shuffle all those in my deck, and I couldn't change of heart on him yet because when Noir has 5 or more, they're pretty much a towers. They're unaffected by activated effects, which Change of Heart activates. So, however, there's things like right evenly or like more specifically Monarch Stormforth. If you guys have seen my Monarch videos, right, that always works against Purrrrely. So that goes back to the deck, and then I'm sure they got another trap to level up and evolve this Noir into something, right? After they, of course, draw a bajillion fucking cards. So here's the second towers. It's not looking the best for me. However, I'm just going to banish this ogre, see what I draw into. The best draw. Because you guys are going to see. This is, oh yeah, wait, this is my Monarch deck. Plot twist. So actually I do have Monarch Stormforth, and I'm glad I mentioned that. That was not planned. Because yes, they could totally be tributed over. And it's a little annoying. My opponent's going to get 3 back to their hand from the grave with those quick plays. But I'm like, I think it's fucking over. Like, Majesty's Fiend kind of locks out the game. Vanities would even do it harder. I run 3 of each in this full force, like, Monarch deck. Again, it's just some htira cards, and then like the Monarch engine, and then having the 2 different fiends of 3 each. I can make a deck list video on it later, but I wanted to use up a lot more of like I want to playtest more with the htira cards, like the Arise Heart. I'm not really going into Arise Heart like that, but I just think it's really fun to play htira in a dedicated going second, because there's like an entirely different play style besides like just turboing out Arise Heart, which people are definitely afraid of, which I don't think is the problem in this meta. This meta would be awesome, including Arise Heart, if also this guy's a fucking Chad for going into the Utopic. That was like, I was like, props to my opponent for going to Utopic Future, into whatever Utopic Draco. Like that was insane, man. That was insane. It is Purrrrely, so I'm at 9k health. So I'm like, I thought I was dead, and I was like, I guess I got a couple turns to just, you know, draw the out. Which I do, because, you know, I'm the protagonist in this story. So, oof, Unicorn for turn, change the heart, activate Unicorn effect, get me that burst, special summon what, Fenrir or Ogre. It's all Ogre, bro. It's all Ogre. I take care of that Sleepy that time. I never forget. Also, let me take out one of the last, let me put you down to 8 cards in deck. I probably could have been mean and decked him out, but anyway, yeah, that's some more the Monarch power with htira. Like I was saying, I think people are playing this deck kind of wrong, or they just like focus way too much on like, oh, I want to build this turbo Arise Heart, you know, all these things. But there's so many outs to Arise Heart now, including but not limited to Kurikara, Div Incarnate, Book of Moon, all the fucking kaijus. You could include Lava Golem, maybe Sphere Mode, maybe. Not everybody's ending with 3. But here's some more continuation of the Monarch, the no extra deck OG Monarch, right? I include Ogre as a Monarch card. It has the Monarch stat line, so hence why Tenacity is online, on top of having Pantheism. So I'm as soon as my opponent passes it back to me, which let's just get to that right about now. And a battle phase again. Fuck you. So they ashed that. That's why I was playing the sequence perfectly before the Tenacity, so I get the confirmed Stormforth, so I could just, yeah, let me just tribute over the guy real quick, or let me thin out my deck a little bit more actually. So I give him the 2 fields, one of the March of the Monarchs, tribute over that. It's GG, right? This is like the even harder lock that I was trying to do last game. Like I said, they just, nobody could play under Vanities, except one exception, which we'll go into, I think, as the last match of today. So on to the next. All right, so we're going through these pretty quickly, but you might want to take a guess at what's about to happen to my opponent. I think Nibiru is like pretty fucking insane right now, and it would be even solid in my Monarch deck because of, you know, it will never be essentially a dead card. That's kind of my mindset behind why I had Shifter in there, and I only took Shifter out of this deck because there was a lot of cash. We'll see if cash dies down a little bit more. I might be more enticed to switch back, but I'm liking Nibiru so far. It hasn't been punishing me that hard yet. Anyway, our Cashier Fenrir bait out the Imperm. This is going to look familiar. You're going to see a lot of my videos like this, my replays. Now they get the Maxi online. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm special summoning everything. What? But why would you do that? He's going to get all the card advantage. I'm like, because he's dead, bro. My Nibiru token. The Alpha and the Omega. Let me BM and get rid of that guy, and they just don't want to let me. Oh my god, what's going on, Konami? But they didn't want to let, that was essentially the game. They didn't want to let me attack in there, so. All right. GG, no. This one's going to be a little bit more spicy. This was very interesting. This, shout out to Andrea. We were reviewing this together. I was like, yeah, dude, fucking Sky Striker. Should I keep this in the video? It's going to be a little bit of a longer game, so that's why I really edited those other ones shorter. So we're at least somewhat, hopefully, under the 15-minute mark with this one. But yeah, I can't really find a line to OTK him because I completely space out about the Ray Engrave. Maybe I could have just gone for like a Zeus play. I definitely should just, in hindsight, 1000% just a Rise Heart. This was one of those games where I should have just hard, with all 3 of these, just hard a Rise Heart. I should have done it right in this moment instead of Shanger Era. As you'll see, right, my opponent already ashed me that turn, right? Double ash. Oh my god, right? Could this get any worse? Yes, it can. It's having mobile. It's just like, dude, what the fuck, bro? every card that they needed, they had. They're just built different, bro. They were better during this turn. I banished that because I figured I might not get another htira Fenrir, you know, effect proc. They steal that. The link go into the link too. I'm upset now. I get the Fenrir back, but I'm not going to be able to use it, you know, to search some more htira cards. That would be helpful, right? Because I'm not getting it until my end phase. So they essentially did a really good job of just kicking the Fenrir, keeping it up in the air, and I drawn a cross-eye, which would have been nice 2 turns ago, right, with the 2 different ashes. Either of those. I get the Fenrir back, but I have a icky feeling. Yep, not meant for this world. So, into their last Kagari, I banished the first one off of the first unicorn effect, and then they linked out of their second one, so this is their third one. So that's the last, hopefully, revival of Engage. They're running out of steam. They're not able to OTK me. So I guess they set it for next turn. Grab some more stuff. I'm like, man, just short of the Nibiru again. So, you know, I'm showcasing a lot of Nibiru, but Birth was perfectly fine. And no, I knew there was a purpose behind this cross out. No, you're not getting any more fucking cards. No more card advantage for you. So, Unicorn, Theosis. Oh yeah, I'm bringing all the friends out. Rise Heart. I'm like, yeah, I think it's just time to just hard go into a Rise Heart. Sure, you get Imperm, but I'm still going to get 1 banish off at least. They negate me, so there's no Macrocosmos during this turn. So when I beat over this Ray, you know, it doesn't go to the banish zone. But we're still chilling. I have Birth and a Rise Heart out. There's no way my opponent could play this without me getting to 3 material, I don't think. Because that's 1. This spell card's going to make it 2. So there's number 2. Also, they have activated spells, so I'm going to take out the, or what do you call it, the Ray and the, whatever the normal Sky Striker ones, so they're not going to bring those back. And that was another banish, so I have 3 now. If they try to attack me, there you go. Started all over again. Sky Striker sniped out of the fucking sky, bro. Oof, oof, oof. GG. Let's go to the next one. So this game's going to be our final one. It's a little spicy, right? It's a dedicated htira going second. Well, what can I do going first? Well, I'll show you. First, you got to be a G and open up the 1 over the field spell. I don't think it was necessary. It was honestly overkill when you see my hand. We'll fast forward a little bit through these because I think you guys will start to get a little bit familiar. Oh my god, I drew an event. I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. I literally was like, please let me draw an event screen. Yes, yes. Go right into a Rise Heart. Try to get another one out there. I don't run the trap, so I wasn't going to be able to special summon anything anyway or whatever. It didn't really matter too much. I was just trying to find a way to get exactly to 3 material for the next turn. And I still have a Vanity Fiend. Right? I'm like, dude, like, this is it. I've accomplished the... No, the first time I'm ever to do a board like this. I decided to keep the Vanities, right? Because we're chilling. Oh, my fucking god. Okay. You better be Ninja. I see the Fenrir. I'm like, dude, what was this opening hand? Fenrir, Book of Moon evenly. Wow. I guess it just outperformed me with their going second strat. But I see a Ninja, so I stay in the game. I don't instantly forfeit. I'm like, okay, I think we could do this. I think we're chilling. I just need to flip this up. Fenrir's going to get me next turn, so I might as well do the most damage that I can. And make them work for it, right? They got to instantly go to battle phase if they want to start special summoning again. Which is what they do. Rest in peace, Vanities. I've missed you. You'll be sorely missed. And it's looking a little rough for your protagonist here today. They're setting up quite the ninja board. I don't feel like reading any of these guys. It is a pretty complicated deck, so I gave it to them. Drawing into the Nibiru didn't help. The Maxi also, I was like, buddy, I'm not going to do anything. Oh, I baited the evenly. I saw they had a toggle, and then they trigger into the fusion on main phase 2. So when I should have lost, I'm now back in this game because I took their Fenrir. And search out my Unicorn. Banish the Fenrir so they don't get it back. I got Change of Heart and fucking Birth off of that. So now I could just grab the Theosis into Fenrir. Yeah, they're drawing a lot of cards, but I'm like, well, as long as I go into Rise Heart, like, we're probably chilling. So let me just mill out this deck a little bit more. Start zone locking. You know the drill. You know the drill. Add a Scareclaw back to my hand. There's your Rise Heart, right? We're chilling. Nibiru. Okay, so that's what it feels like, right? Let me just steal this so I could bait out the graveyard effect. Honestly, I probably could have just held on to it. And yeah, they're going to draw one more because I just wanted to wall up a little bit, which might not sound good, but it actually ended up working out, as you'll see here. I was like, there's no way my opponent is like going to keep drawing cards out of their 11 card deck, right? Now 10. Okay. Birth. Let me banish a bunch of the good targets, I think. You know, some ninjas and graves they can't bring back. I'm like, all right. Well, they definitely put my Nibiru online. So whenever they go to battle phase or before, you know, end of main phase 1, they pop the Scareclaw instead of Birth, which was a huge, huge mistake. Fucking ginormous mistake. I can't believe they did that. Especially, and they chain the Max C when you already have 9 cards in deck, so now you're going to be down to 7. And you're going to set 4 and pass? You're not Labyrinth, my guy. So I don't know how this is going to work out for you, but I am going to bring out the Fenrir. And I kind of forget about this effect here. So my plan was like, well, I'm just going to attack and banish. No, I can't. Fucking, I can only banish the back. So I take 22 for free. And they just scoop it up after I hit the Prospector. I think they might have disconnected, but I don't know to this day. But I was in the leader's seat. I think I would have just kept passing the game back and forth until they decked out. They were just down to, they would have drew down to like 6 cards left in deck. I think I would have been fine, especially if I went into a Rise Heart. They could have flipped it face down, but I didn't know how they're going to beat over it. I guess I could attribute. Either way, I'm the GOAT. Nibiru on Nibiru Crime. I'm in a Rise Heartbreaker. That's definitely going to be the title of this video, and I'm going to have a funny-ass thumbnail to accompany this. So I'm going to catch you guys around. Stay fiended, motherfuckers.